Have you ever wondered why the equator, the very center of our planet, never faces the wrath of hurricanes like the US does? It sounds almost impossible, doesn't it? After all, with all that warm water and tropical climate, you'd expect it to be hurricane central. But here's the twist. It's not. In fact, this part of the Earth is mysteriously immune to the same storms that devastate other regions. Could it be some hidden law of nature? Or is there more to this strange phenomenon than meets the eye? Buckle up, because this discovery might just change the way you see the world. First, let's uncover an extraordinary phenomenon. Hurricanes, also known as tropical cyclones, rank among the most devastating forces of nature, capable of reshaping entire coastlines and displacing millions. These massive storms thrive over warm waters in the Atlantic and Pacific, but curiously avoid the equator. The reason lies in the weak Coriolis effect near the equator, which fails to provide the spin hurricanes need to form, making it a rare refuge from their fury. Hurricanes are not just weather events. They're colossal machines of energy. They can stretch hundreds of miles across, with powerful rain bands and an eerie calm at their center, known as the eye. Measured by the Saffir-Simpson scale, their intensity ranges from Category 1, manageable but dangerous, to Category 5, capable of catastrophic destruction. Think of Hurricane Katrina or Sandy, names etched into history for the havoc they caused. The formation of hurricanes is a delicate dance of natural elements. Warm waters provide the energy, low wind shear ensures stability, and atmospheric spin creates their structure. But there's a haunting twist. Climate change is supercharging these storms. Warmer oceans mean stronger, more frequent hurricanes that can devastate communities with unprecedented force. Damage and displacement are becoming more severe as our planet heats up. This is just the surface of what makes hurricanes so remarkable. But what exactly happens inside these monstrous storms? To truly understand their power, we need to dive into their anatomy and the process of their formation. Now, let's take a closer look inside these giants. Hurricanes are intricate systems made up of three key parts: the eye wall, and the rain bands. The eye, at the center, is a surprising oasis of calm, surrounded by the eye wall, where the storm's most violent winds and rains occur. Radiating outwards are the rain bands, spiraling structures that carry heavy downpours and gusty winds far beyond the storm's core. Together, these components create a force capable of leveling cities. What's truly remarkable is the process that brings these storms to life. Warm waters of at least 26 degrees Celsius 79 degrees Fahrenheit act as the main fuel, while low wind shear ensures the storm's structure remains intact. Add a little atmospheric spin from the Coriolis effect, and you've got the perfect recipe for a hurricane. This balance of forces is so precise that even a small disturbance can intensify or dissipate the storm, proving how finely tuned nature's mechanics are. To measure the power of these storms, scientists use the Saffir-Simpson scale, which ranks hurricanes from categories 1 to 5. Each level represents an exponential increase in potential damage, from uprooted trees to total destruction of infrastructure. For instance, a Category 3 storm, like Hurricane Ivan, leaves behind devastation, while Category 5 monsters, like Hurricane Andrew, rewrite history books with their unmatched ferocity. As we decode the science behind hurricanes, another layer of their story emerges, one tied to their identities. How do these storms earn their iconic names? That's a fascinating history worth exploring. Let's dive into a curious tradition. The naming of hurricanes has evolved into a fascinating ritual that blends history, culture, and practicality. In the past, hurricanes were often named after saints, as storms coinciding with feast days would adopt the saint's name. Later, a more systematic approach emerged, using alphabetical lists of names, alternating between male and female monikers. Today, names like Katrina and Sandy don't just identify storms. They symbolize moments etched into collective memory. But there's more to these names than meets the eye. The World Meteorological Organization manages an official rotating list, retiring names only after particularly devastating storms. For example, the names Andrew and Maria will never again be used because their destruction was so catastrophic. Their legacies demand permanent recognition. It's as if these storms have become infamous figures in the history of natural disasters. Interestingly, the shift to formal naming systems wasn't just for storytelling. It was about communication. Before names, storms were referenced by latitude and longitude, an accurate but impractical method for issuing warnings. Assigning memorable names made it easier to spread awareness, saving countless lives by making vital information accessible. Imagine trying to warn people about a storm called 12 degrees north, 85 degrees west. Naming hurricanes was a breakthrough in disaster response. The history of hurricane naming offers a glimpse into how we've adapted to these mighty storms. But as climate change intensifies their impact, the story doesn't end here. How will these names endure in the face of stronger, more frequent hurricanes? Let's explore how rising ocean temperatures are reshaping the future of these storms. Here's the thing that's hard to ignore. Climate change is flipping the hurricane playbook and cranking up their intensity like never before. With ocean temperatures rising, hurricanes are finding even warmer waters to fuel their ferocity. This heat boost is turning up the dial, making strong Category 4 and 5 storms more frequent. It's like these tropical cyclones are leveling up, showing us just how much a warming planet can supercharge their destructive potential. And it's not just about stronger storms. It's about how unpredictable they're becoming. Some scientists think there may be fewer hurricanes overall, but the ones that do form? Absolute beasts. Think about Hurricane Harvey, which basically parked over Texas and dumped record-breaking rain. It's like the rules of the game are changing, and we're still figuring out the new playbook. These tropical cyclones are throwing curveballs we didn't see coming. The destruction they leave behind is getting harder to ignore, too. Coastal communities are taking the hardest hits, with storm surges, flooding, and billions of dollars in damages becoming the norm. It's not just about property loss. It's about lives turned upside down. Damage and displacement are no longer rare. They're becoming part of the story every time a hurricane strikes. So, with all these changes in motion, one place stands out as a bit of a mystery. The equator, of all places, somehow avoids these powerhouse storms. What's so special about this part of the world? If you're as curious as I think you are, don't stop here. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Together, we'll uncover the secrets behind these fascinating phenomena. Now, here's a fact that'll make you wonder. The equator is like a magic line where hurricanes simply can't exist. Despite being surrounded by warm waters and tropical climates, this region is uniquely shielded from these devastating storms. The secret lies in the Coriolis effect, or rather the lack of it. Without enough spin to kickstart the swirling motion of a tropical cyclone, the equator remains a calm zone in the stormy world of hurricanes. But why is the Coriolis effect so crucial? Imagine trying to spin a top without giving it a proper flick. It just doesn't work. Hurricanes need this twist to form their iconic spirals, and the equator's minimal rotation doesn't provide the energy needed. It's a geographical quirk that leaves this strip of the planet surprisingly untouched, while regions further north and south bear the brunt of hurricane seasons. This equatorial immunity has shaped history and geography in fascinating ways. Coastal communities near the equator have thrived without the constant threat of hurricanes tearing through their homes. It's as if this invisible barrier has offered a natural safeguard, allowing cultures to flourish in areas where tropical cyclones would otherwise wreak havoc. Still, the equator's unique position raises intriguing questions. How does this phenomenon tie into the broader story of global weather patterns and climate change? Could shifts in our planet's climate ever challenge this safe zone? There's so much more to uncover as we delve deeper into these mysteries. Here's a thought that'll keep you on your toes. Hurricanes, as powerful as they are now, might just be the beginning of a new storm era. With climate change reshaping our planet, scientists are constantly recalibrating their predictions. Imagine fewer storms overall, but each one being an absolute beast. A shift that could redefine how we prepare for and survive these tropical cyclones. It's a scenario that feels like nature's way of keeping us guessing. One of the key questions is how rising sea levels and warming waters will influence the path of these storms. Already, hurricanes are venturing into areas where they've rarely been seen before, catching communities off guard. Picture hurricanes impacting regions that never had to worry about them, a stark reminder that the rules are changing. Damage and displacement are no longer just coastal issues. They're creeping inland in unexpected ways. But it's not all doom and gloom. Advances in technology are helping us predict hurricanes with greater accuracy, giving people more time to prepare. Drones, satellites, and AI are becoming the new tools in our fight against these natural disasters. Yet, even with all our progress, nature still has the upper hand. Hurricanes remain unpredictable forces, reminding us of the delicate balance between science and the untamed power of the earth. This evolving story of hurricanes shows just how much we still have to learn about our planet's dynamic systems. If you're eager to uncover more of these secrets, stick around. There's always more to explore when it comes to the wonders and wild cards of nature. Let's reflect on an incredible connection. Hurricanes may seem like random acts of nature, but their influence on humanity is undeniable. From shaping migration patterns to altering the course of history, these tropical cyclones have left a mark far beyond their immediate destruction. Think of how communities have rebuilt stronger after storms like Katrina, or how coastal engineering has evolved to withstand their fury. Hurricanes are not just natural disasters, they're forces that redefine resilience. The human response to hurricanes is a testament to ingenuity and adaptability. Evacuation plans, improved infrastructure, and global communication networks have saved countless lives. Yet, the sheer power of these storms reminds us of our vulnerability. Coastal cities, in particular, remain at the mercy of rising sea levels and intensifying hurricanes. It's a delicate dance between preparation and survival, where the stakes are getting higher. What's fascinating is how hurricanes inspire both fear and awe. They've become part of our collective memory, shaping literature, art, and even folklore. Storms like Sandy and Andrew are more than weather events. They're stories of survival and transformation. It's a strange paradox, how something so destructive can also unify communities and spark incredible acts of courage and compassion. As we continue to learn from these storms, one thing is clear. They're a reminder of the planet's raw power and our place within its systems. But what other mysteries do hurricanes hold? Let's keep unraveling their story to find out. Isn't it fascinating how the equator seems to have its own natural immunity to hurricanes? This invisible line, shaped by the Coriolis effect, holds secrets that defy expectations and hint at the extraordinary mechanics of our planet. Understanding this unique phenomenon is just one piece of a much larger puzzle, a puzzle that connects weather, geography, and the forces that shape our world. And here's the exciting part. There's so much more to uncover. The deeper we dive, the more we realize how little we truly know about these natural wonders. What other mysteries might nature be hiding right in front of us, waiting for someone curious enough to dig a little deeper? If this sparked your curiosity, stick around. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single discovery. There's always another layer to explore, and the journey is just getting started.